How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling Made Simple. I am the man with the plan, the best of all time, the best there ever is, the best there ever was. There was no one before me and there was no one after me. I am Mrs. Covey's little baby boy. Therefore, I am the one and only Jake Covey. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling Made Simple. We got a great show for you today. I got a Raw and Smackdown review. Of course, we got our news of the week, followed by a Royal Rumble review. That's right, we are officially on the road to WrestleMania. Then we start off Elimination Chamber season. It's a short month, so we will have a few short reviews, but there will be a review of Elimination Chamber 2015. I'm kicking it off with actually one of the worst Elimination Chamber pay-per-views in my opinion. I felt that it would be good to go from the worst to one of the best. And then, of course, we have our drink of the week. We're going to stick to punches since we are on our way to the big game. In 2 weeks, it's a big game on Sunday. Bengals, Rams. Let me know who you got in the comments down below. Then, of course, we have a reading from the Book of Rules and our Battle Droid of the Week. Well, let's get into the news this week with Is Dolph Ziggler going after the NXT Championship? Apparently, Dolph Ziggler has said he might go after he was called out by Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker said that he doesn't work here, he doesn't work Tuesdays, doesn't like working Tuesdays. For those of you who don't remember, that's a shout out to Paul Heyman, who called out John Bradshaw Layfield, who was having the longest WWE Championship reign. He says the only reason you were WWE Champion for a year is because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays. And apparently that is the joke that Braun Breaker is making to Dolph Ziggler. So maybe Dolph Ziggler gets one more world title reign through the NXT Championship. We all know. And does a major superstar have unbelievable heat? Apparently, Shane McMahon has terrible heat. For those of you who don't know, and we'll hear in the Royal Rumble review, Shane McMahon showed up very late in the Royal Rumble. He was number 28, I believe, and he lasted to the final four. Apparently, no one wanted that. He eliminated KO. He was standing toe-to-toe with everyone, and that has the locker room very angry. He was basically booking himself to have a very late entry and have a very good run against everyone's wishes, even fighting people verbally to have this run. Apparently, no one wanted that from him. He's supposed to get an Elimination Chamber run and a WrestleMania run, which I have learned today through Twitter. I don't know if it's true, but apparently it's making the rounds, a rumor that Shane McMahon is supposed to have a match with Seth Rollins at the Showcase of the Immortals. While that would be a good match, and I would like to see it, right now I think Seth Rollins deserves to be in the main event for a world title. It's the one thing he hasn't done yet in WWE, and if he is going to be the golden boy in WWE, the new Triple H, the new John Cena, whatever you want to call him, he needs a WrestleMania main event. Win or lose, if he's just in the main event, it solidifies him as one of the best in the game right now. But, do you think Shane McMahon's heat is deserved? Again, let me know in the comments down below. And finally, a big WWE legend, a Hall of Famer, former WWE Champion Kurt Angle might be returning to the company. That's right, after being released in Black Tuesday releases, he has been talking about making a return to WWE. Apparently, they want him involved in the show for the next month or so. He says he's really excited and he can't wait to get back. So apparently Kurt Angle isn't going anywhere. He is very happy to come back to WWE. You know, I think after his run in Impact, he got the independent scene, got the kind of want of the independent scene off. He was very happy that he went to TNA. I've never heard anything bad said about it except for his unfortunate drug use at the time. I'm sure he would be very happy to be back in WWE, ladies and gentlemen. And that is your news this week. Let's get into the reviews. SmackDown kicked off with the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair saying she will win the Royal Rumble and will choose her opponent for WrestleMania. Then we got Shayna Baszler, Aaliyah, Natalya, and Shotzi all come out and claim they were going to win, and Charlotte said none of them has what it takes. And then we got a huge return. The Boss, who was said to be injured and out for the Royal Rumble, makes her return and says she's ready to rumble. You know, this could have been way better if they just didn't have her show up. If she showed up at the Royal Rumble, that would have been awesome. The fans would have lost their... I know I would have lost my fucking mind. I would have been sitting there going, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. I would have been ecstatic if they had kept that one a secret just for a little while longer. But that's just me. After this, we got Sheamus and Rich Holland versus Cesaro and Ricochet. This was a revenge match for Rich Holland, as Rich Holland had his nose broken by Ricochet completely by accident. It's a terrible botch. I don't recommend going to watch it. Sheamus and Rich Holland were able to pick up the win. Again, I feel really bad for Cesaro and Ricochet because I truly believe they are some of the most talented people on the roster. And Ricochet and Cesaro deserve world title matches, in my opinion. They do. And I hope Ricochet gets one because, in my opinion, he was one of the best independent wrestlers on the planet at the time of his signing. In NXT, when he was in NXT, he had amazing matches with Velveteen Dream, the NXT ladder match. He was amazing. And then he gets brought up to the main roster, and he gets the U.S. title run with AJ Styles, which is unbelievable. That was a great run. He had a great feud with AJ until the club got mixed in, and then it just became a way for AJ to start feuding with The Undertaker for WrestleMania 36. And then Ricochet starts to fall back down the card. He's not getting many world title. Not getting many matches on TV. He's being relegated to the main event, and then in comes Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman rejuvenates Ricochet's career. He starts giving him feuds and actually has him feud for the World Championship against Brock Lesnar. And then Vince McMahon squashes that. He says, no, I don't like this guy. He has him lose to Brock Lesnar in a squash match, and that was it. Pissed me off. I think Ricochet is one of the best talents in WWE. And I will say that till I'm blue in the face till I die. I'm pretty sure you could go back every week and I've mentioned Ricochet. After this, we got Naomi versus Sonya Deville in a match. It was also Sonya Deville's first real match since basically 2020 SummerSlam. She has come out a couple times and teased a match. She even pretended to have a real match, which was basically her bringing out Natalya and Shayna Baszler to run over Naomi and have a crooked match. But this was a real match, and it was cool to see Sonya Deville back in the match. Naomi would pick up the win after a long fight, and Sonya Deville would try to say the referee called it wrong, didn't call it down the middle. He was in Naomi's pocket, but he called it right down the middle after Sonya Deville tried to make him call it her way. So Sonya Deville loses. Naomi picks up the win, but after Sonya Deville said she will be entering the Women's Royal Rumble match. And that was a little cool. I was happy to see that. After this, we got the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, saying they are not impressed with the Viking Raiders. They stink, and the Viking Raiders are okay with good manly odor and pulled out axes and said a good axe could cut off a finger or a championship in half, and they actually tapped the championship with the axes. While it's cool, I honestly felt that was disrespectful to the title. That's just me. An axe to a title, if they're gonna they shouldn't do that. You know, a title should be respected no matter who's it on. That title, even if you don't respect the person it's on, that title should be respected. That's a title. It's not a toy. Don't fuck with the title itself. Fuck with the person, not with the title. After this, we got Jinder Mahal and Shanky appearing on Sami Zayn's new In Zayn podcast. And this just ended in a big brawl with Nakamura and Rick Boogs coming out attacking Sami Zayn because we're still waiting on that Intercontinental Championship match. Sami Zayn has promised. Maybe it'll happen at Elimination Chamber because it didn't fucking happen at the Royal Rumble. We then got Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs versus Jinder Mahal and Shanky in a tag team match. This was a nice quick match. Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs pick up the win. After this, we got the New Day versus Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss in a tag team match. It was revealed in a pre-backstage interview. Caleb Braxton revealed Big E has officially joined the Smackdown roster. Big E deserves better. All I'm going to say. And then in the final main event segment, we got a face-to-face with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. It was here that Seth Rollins said he took a steel chair to the back, and Roman Reigns broke up the Shield, and him and Mox were the only reason that Roman Reigns was anything in the Shield. The Usos are the only reason he's had this legendary title run, and he has Roman's number, and at the Royal Rumble, the streak continues, and he beats Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns then says, I tried to forgive you for it. I tried to forgive you for that chair to the back of the head, to the back, but I'll never forgive what you did for us. I hate you. And Seth Rollins says, that's good, brother. That's good you hate me, because I have a permanent spot in your head. And he goes, and Roman Reigns goes for a Superman punch, but Seth Rollins ducks, rolls out of the ring, and now we go to the Royal Rumble. This Royal Rumble was great at times and sucky at other times, and I'll get to it. But the first match should have main evented. That should have main event. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins was your first match. Roman comes out to the ring ready to go. No Usos. They have been banned from ringside because Seth Rollins won that match by DQ. Then you had Seth Rollins come out. Seth Rollins is about to come out. Roman Reigns is looking on the ramp, ready to go. Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield. Seth Rollins comes through the crowd in his Shield vest. Oh my God, I remember watching this and still talking about it. Gives me fucking goosebumps, ladies and gentlemen. I love that. The Shield coming through the crowd was one of my favorite things as a fan. Hearing Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta. If you're a fan, you know when you hear those words, it's fucking on.